Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon runtime for the PG-13 first cut. You have a runtime for a Zack Snyder film, you're guaranteed it's going to be teasing the 3-hour runtime for sure nowadays. I mean, obviously when it started with like Dawn of the Dead, 300, those movies were, I mean, it's kind of crazy to look at those runtimes because they are not Zack Snyder current runtimes. And when it comes to something like Rebel Moon, a passion project, something he's been thinking about for over 20 years, obviously the work that he's putting into it, building the universe from the ground up. We got a Bible, we got all these characters, we got spin-offs, we got novelizations, we got all kinds of things that are going to be coming out from Rebel Moon. So you better believe that these movies are not going to be, well, they're not going to be the runtimes of Dawn of the Dead and 300. 2 hours and 13 minutes for part one, A Child of Fire, the PG-13 Rebel Moon. That's it? What are you talking about? I need more. Well, we're going to get more, and we know we're going to get more, but I think when it comes to this runtime and people seeing this runtime, they're not going to have their bladders quiver. Of course, this is not going to have a theatrical release, so you don't have to worry about exiting the movie theater to go to the bathroom. You can watch this at home, but I think, still people will see this and be like, okay, that seems like a pretty decent runtime, even though people should not really care about the frickin' runtimes. But we already heard that the director's cut, the R-rated director's cut, this is the PG-13, the first cut that's coming out. But we already know that the R-rated director's cut is going to be probably about 45 minutes to an hour long. It's going to be over 3 hours. That's typical Zack Snyder runtime, and the way that he tells a story and how he paints a picture, nobody should be complaining about that because it's going to flow right by. I mean, I honestly think that when it came, I mean, let's go back to BVS, the theatrical cut. I would say that the 3-hour cut, the ultimate cut, flows a lot better than the theatrical cut. Nothing against the theatrical cut. It's not a bad cut. It's really not a bad cut. Now, if we're going to be talking about justice, horrible shit stain of cinema, you watch that movie, that's 2 hours, it feels like it's 6. But you watch Zack Snyder's Justice League, that is just over 4 hours long, flows so much better, goes by quicker and everything. So this is going to be something special when it comes to the R-rated runtime. I'm kind of curious of what that runtime is going to be, but 2 hours and 13 minutes, I think that's pretty good for the first cut, the PG-13 cut. Let me know your thoughts about it down below in the balls area. What do you think about this cut right here? Let me know, subscribe, do all that. Talk to you later.